Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm KatherineOfSky, joined by Meta. So, last time we made a lot of progress. I went to war with the biters, and I'm going to try to get oil done this time. So what are you up to today?
And I went ahead last time and I got the blue and green pellets added to the bus. We don't know what we're doing with them. I kind of polished off the last little bit of this green pellet production and put it over to the bus. That's the only thing I did, kind of off screen. More undergrounds did not seem particularly entertaining.
It'll be good to get all those materials finally on the bus so we can actually, you know, get stuff done. Yeah, build some more of the Yuoki stuff so we can improve our lives severely.
So this time I think I'm going to go ahead and get the N4 Duratol on the bus as well. And then it's starting to seem like I'm not sure. You know, I looked at these and I said, well, those are gears, are kind of like gears or copper wire because they produce 3 every half second. With such a high production rate, you know, you'd have to have a really wide bus to take the required amount. I guess it depends on how many are consumed at a time. Like the production is less important, but that's my guess. Similarly with these structure elements, but the charged FC things that we need for that other building, those take 10 seconds to produce. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with those. I guess I'd have to look at how many of those are. But first, I'm going to try to make these blue blocks.
I'm rebalancing some of the iron on the bus, since we now have 2 lines of iron and 2 lines of copper as well. I finished bringing those up, which is nice. I love this axe.
Yeah.
I want one in vanilla. I mean, I really do. I would do a lot for this axe. This is my friend axe.
Like, yeah.
It is beautiful, my axe.
You know, you get. This is how the mod addiction
I know.
starts.
I've heard about this. It's quite dangerous, I hear, to have this sort of mod addiction thing. Yeah, it could be extremely hard to resist and impossible in later stages. So I feel like I'm in danger. I mean, it could happen that I could get addicted to mods. Yeah, oh no, indeed.
Oh no. You know, it wouldn't be such a terrible thing, I think.
You don't think so? Or you do think so?
No, I don't think it's so big a deal. I mean, it's a game, you know, you kind of do what you want. I'm gonna need these
we're
blue
charging
guys.
through this research here. What I really want is stack inserters. That's what we need. Yay! Must have stack inserters. And I am off to get oil, finally. Yay.
Can I just extend this up here?
I'm going to take up some of these miners because they're just being wasted here.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave 2. Okay. So, oil, where shall you live? Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to drop a radar where you are at. Oh, well. I did.
I feel like you said that last episode.
Again. Okay, I know where I'm going to build oil. It's going to be right in the middle of all of this area. You know what? I need a flamethrower like right now. I cannot afford to wait any longer. Not even for oil. We'll use
you're making oil.
You know, we need to catch a flaming dragon, and we'll use him to help us with our flamethrowing capacities, I think. Yeah.
Now I understand. Okay, when we make these in a press. Okay, well that's. I have a feeling that this whole pattern's gonna repeat itself.
We have presses being made.
I guess we'll find out.
We've got French presses.
I have presses.
Pressing boards. Smoothing irons.
I'm gonna make these. Oh, so simple. It just makes the Duratol the N4 blue blocks. So I don't have to do all the crazy stuff I had to do with the other ones. Yeah. Now these take 8 seconds to produce. These are producing 1 every 4. So if I made 2, I would be consuming all of this. I guess that would be okay.
Yeah, why not?
As a prototype. But I'll just think through in a second here the power, whether I need to put a gap here. I think as long as we're dealing with coal, you need gaps for power lines.
Definitely. We need to figure out how to make those electric ones. I think that probably should be higher on our priority list so we don't have to deal with coal. I think you mentioned that lament earlier or in another episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, hate coal. But we'll be able to build those pretty shortly after we finish this. But I think that one of these, so like a press takes a regular press machine, and then the structure element, which takes these blue blocks I'm about to make, and then the machine form, and nobody can see me pointing at the screen, by the way. Machine form, machine frame, yes, basic machine frame, which takes engines, blue blocks, gears, and conductive wire. Conductive wire, in turn, takes orange stuff. Oh, we got to get orange stuff on the bus. Did you put orange stuff on the bus already?
I left all of that to you. You were so engrossed and organized, I thought probably better that you take care of it.
No problem. And then the 68K chips, which are take these chips and orange stuff. So, yep, I think there might be a few more things to get on the bus before we
I'm really excited to set up those like Simoda thingies, because I was looking to, but of course they can't be set up until until all the other stuff is on there, you know, all the materials and stuff. So it's pretty sneaky. A lot of setup looks like for this mod in order to get things to work properly.
These are slow, so I'll use these.
Okay, there we go. Sensors. We now have space for oil, maybe.
Not actually copy.
Ish.
There we go.
I ran out of grenades. Oh dear. That ain't right. No. Trees.
Just to finish the prototype, I'm going to go ahead and build. Actually, I'm not, because if with any luck, I'll have electricity at some electric ones, and then that'll be that, and I'll just replace it.
I think I have grenades over here.
Don't mix the streams.
Where we have them? I hope so. I see them. Yeah,
they're way.
I can't believe I actually ran out.
Yeah, that's a lot of grenading. Okay, so we need a gap of 1, 2, and then we can do stuff. I don't have any other. I probably had a plan before. No longer have a plan, so I'll make a plan.
Or you could just wing it without a plan.
I forgot to balance this. Well, yes.
Aha, I figured out your plan. Very nice. Okay. Probably should have researched some grenade damage. Or maybe we already did that. I think we did, actually. Okay, there we go. Aha! We have space. Excellent. And everybody, I'm sure you're looking at my screen and like, oh my god, that poor forest is deaded, like, beyond dead. Yes, it is beyond dead. Unfortunately, that is the thing. Okay, and oh, I forgot I needed water. We'll pipe it in from somewhere. Sure, we'll have water from somewhere.
I think there's like a water magical producer.
Really?
Thing.
Ooh, magic is nice.
I don't remember. Well, it probably takes some other ingredients, so it's not like you get out of ingredients free. All right, so now we have blue bricks. We don't actually have the production of these, I think, to match these, or do we? This is 1 over 8, so that's 1 every 4. Oh, and these produce 1 every 4. I had it backwards. So one of these can serve as both of those. Okay, great. I just don't want to have those things depleting my entire supply of
Well, you've put a splitter on the line, right? Yeah, so...
Of course. But I guess I would then have to consume the entire supply of green block or blue blocks for that to matter. Now, there doesn't appear to be green blocks.
Huh. Interesting.
No.
I would have thought they all had matching components.
Purple. So purple blocks produce slag and purple blocks and take rich dust. So I should probably just, well, why don't we start to think about what it takes to make one of these electric presses? Because I think we're close. These. Oh, do we have engines on the
We are not making
line here
engines that I
somewhere?
know of.
Means I have to remember steel, iron, gear, wheels, and pipes. Well, that's pretty straightforward. All right, I'm starting to imagine a production line that would produce these things. And
okay, cool.
Iron plates, just iron plates in this. So these things, I feel like we could make those, bring in these components, and then put them together on a belt. So these two would be on a belt. This would need to be on a belt, but it needs its whole own production line to make those. Especially since we need these. Yeah, maybe the right answer is just to put everything on the bus and then just always bring what you need.
Makes sense to me.
Since everything takes so many of everything.
Yeah, it's these
you can't
the
afford...
recipes are incredibly rich in terms of, you know, needing lots of stuffs. Like for every minor component, they are not simple things, that's for sure.
Yeah, like this build, the electric form press, it's like got 20 different intermediate products that go around to make it. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and make
cool.
orange stuff.
All right. Stack inserters.
Means I need to do this again.
Haha! We're going to get our stack inserters organized. I'm so excited. Yay.
So I'm going to do that. One of these goes this way. One of these goes this way.
I do love setting up oil. To me, it's fun. I guess so many iterations of doing it through various playthroughs. I actually really like oil.
Yeah, I don't have that same feeling at this point in time.
You're like, she's crazy. Mm.
Not quite. She's crazy. Like it's not that. Oh, that's the wrong button. I'm definitely not wanting to.
Yes, that would. You say that just as I'm like taking down some trees. Oh boy, I am pocket crafting pipe. I feel dirty.
It's because everything is so far from the
it's so
bus.
far from where I'm working anyway.
Yeah, or sorry, everything you're doing is so far away. All right, well now we got this going. I have picked up so many belts along the way that I'm sure I've just got this weirdest mix of stuff in my inventory. Now, long reach does not let you chop down trees.
Apparently not. Yeah, I tried that earlier. It didn't seem to function well.
Nope. And it does produce slag, so it's more like those other guys, which I think I will try to get into view so I can... Can't quite copy paste, but I can put some of them out there. So this guy is going to be an even. This guy is even here.
Yeah, long reach is really handy for connecting these oil refineries together, that's for sure. Makes it really fast and easy just to like connect all the ends. Oh, no, I ran it. Okay, I am not going to stoop to making piped grounds. I will not do that. This I will not do. I will run up the bus instead. Oh. Just do this. So I can run on the conveyor belt and have sidewalking at the same time. Oh, I ran out of concrete or stone brick.
I guess this ended up one away. I could have just
I'm really
directly
curious to see
inserted
what you've
instead
been
of
up
having
to. I'm
these.
gonna come and check on you, sniff you out. Oh, I need some stuff. Let me just pick up stuff.
It's funny when you're copying. It's funny when you're copying things and you don't stop to think. Well, does it have to be that way? No.
Yes.
Which means that these could be totally
Yay.
right next to each other. All right, time to finally improve the design.
Power poles. Hey, power poles, how you doing? We need pipes too.
I wonder how many of our viewers are going to have been looking at what I did and are now like, oh my god, finally he's fixing that thing.
I'm sure we'll get comments. I'm sure. Okay, so I'm curious what you're doing here. Okay, this is producing stuff very, very slowly. I see.
Which
These
thing?
blue pellets. We may have to just add like more production. Oh, you're basically just setting it up. Cool.
We definitely do. I'm setting up the prototype, and as you can see, like if you look at my latest copy of this up here, I can actually. I ended up getting to the point where I didn't need to put them on a belt in between. So.
Oh, nice.
This is a little bit tighter.
That's very cool. I like it. Awesome. I'm gonna go and finish oil stuffs. Oh, one thing I'm not looking forward to is dragging that liquid all the way up this bus. That's gonna be interesting. I wonder if we should put the liquid bus like in the gap between the main bus and the factories. That's usually where I have mine in my factories generally. That's why I leave a big space there.
I was concentrating on something, and sorry to admit, I
don't worry about it.
Listen.
No, I was
just
thinking about where we should put the liquid bus, and I was just saying that a lot of times I put it like in the big gap between the machines, the assemblies, and the main bus, basically.
Yeah.
Well, we did.
Yeah,
there's a huge
gap. So that's not gonna really
there's
happen.
enough for 4 pipes for sure. We don't. I think we need like 2 pipes. We don't even need 4.
For
liquid bus.
Well, you left a gap, but I have built things.
I see
so maybe it's
how
just
this
kind
works.
Of
Okay.
So, yeah, if I need to be doing that, I should probably. I should have probably lined up to that. Huh?
I tend to try to be consistent about how I place things, but it's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, there was a protocol there. I just
no need to apologize. We all build differently, and that's part of the fun of multiplayer. I think is just to kind of discover stuff.
Yeah.
Learn stuff. Do things differently. Check out each other's designs. Argue over what's best or whatever. Though I have to confess, I'm not big on the whole arguing thing. But your cat is. Hello, cat.
It's just usually not. Yeah, wow.
That's too funny. So synchronized. That is good.
Don't be alarmed.
No, just synchronize when I was talking about arguing. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to put these guys here.
Where is this going? He's going far, far away. I think that he just hated cutting down. Just put it into
I think
his mod.
so. That makes sense to me.
I'm definitely not going to deal with that. I think that it's going to make sense for me to.
Okay, so I'm just going to try to build this the best way I know how. In my Belt Diva factory, I am experiencing an entire shift of everything, which is kind of interesting. But it's basically I'm rearranging everything, so now I'm like, wait, should I build this here? But I'm thinking I'm just second guessing, and I should just let it be, you know? Just get whatever I need to get, and it can be rearranged later with robots. Okay, so we need... Oh, oops. Okay. I'd like to get...
Yeah, I've got a little bit of, I don't know what we call it, the acceptance going
yeah.
on as well.
Let's try this here. So what is your kitty's name?
That, I think, is a little tiny miniature gray kitty named Maya. And then we have a kind of a weird combo, half Calico, half Siamese.
Oh, nice.
Cat and Willow.
Cool.
Is Willow. Remember, folks, don't chop and lag.
Chop and laugh, you said. Chop and lag. Oh, God, yes. Not a good combo for sure. Well, unfortunately, we are out of time. I know, I can't believe it. It's like, already?
Well,
no! But it is the way it has to be, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, goodbye to everybody. I'm going to clean up this little lane here so they balance, and then we will have to
Thank
see
you guys so much
next
for
time.
joining us. See ya.